Have you ever looked at your credit score and felt like you were staring into the abyss? Like those three little numbers held the power to make or break your financial future? Well, trust me, I've been there. It can feel overwhelming, like trying to climb Mount Everest with a pair of flip-flops. But listen, just like God can move mountains, He can also help us rebuild our credit. And sometimes He uses a little something called technology to do it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ask Ralph Show. It's Technology Tuesday, and you know what that means? We're diving into the digital tools that can help us live more abundant lives, both financially and spiritually. Today we're talking about credit repair apps, those handy little helpers that can guide us towards financial restoration. But first, let's hear what one of our listeners had to say. Dear Ralph, I recently lost my job and had to rely heavily on credit cards just to make ends meet. Now my credit score has taken a nosedive, and I feel so lost. Are there any apps out there that can actually help me fix this mess? And this was signed, Feeling Financially Fragile. Well, financially fragile, my heart goes out to you. Job loss is tough enough without the added stress of credit damage. But let me tell you, there is hope. And yes, there are some fantastic apps out there that can help you get back on track. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of specific apps, let's take a moment to center ourselves in Scripture. The book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 10 tells us, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much." This verse reminds us that rebuilding our credit is about more than just improving a number. It's about demonstrating trustworthiness and stewardship in all areas of our lives, including our finances. Okay, well, let's get into some of these apps for credit repair. Now remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. Always do your own research and choose what's best for your unique situation. Well, here are a few popular options that I think are worth checking out. First up is Credit Karma. This app is like having a credit counselor in your pocket. It gives you access to your credit reports from TransUnion and Equifax. It helps you understand your credit score and even sends you alerts if there's any suspicious activity on your accounts. Plus, they have a ton of educational resources to help you learn about credit and make smarter financial decisions. That's Credit Karma. Secondly, we have Credit Sesame. Similar to Credit Karma, Credit Sesame also offers free credit monitoring and score tracking. They also have a cool feature that analyzes your credit profile and recommends personalized tips for improvement. The third one is Experian. Now, you might recognize Experian as one of the big three credit bureaus. They also have a great app that provides credit monitoring, identity theft protection, and even helps you dispute errors on your credit report. And finally, there's Mint. While not strictly a credit repair app, Mint is a fantastic tool for managing your overall finances. The cool thing about Mint is it connects directly to all your bank accounts, your credit cards, and investments, and it gives you a complete picture of your financial health. You can even track your spending, you can create budgets, and even set financial goals. And these are just a few examples. There are plenty of other credit repair apps out there, so do your research, as I said, and find one that fits your needs and budget. But remember this, technology is just a tool. The app alone will never restore your credit. So you may be asking, Ralph, how do I decide which app to use for my situation? Well, that's a great question. As everyone's financial situation is unique, here's some guidance that I can give you to help you make that decision. The first thing you need to do is start by identifying your priorities. Maybe you want to look at free versus paid apps. Maybe start with free apps like Credit Karma and Credit Sesame. They offer a great starting point for monitoring your credit and getting some basic recommendations. If you need more in-depth features like credit score simulators or dedicated credit counseling, you might want to consider paid options. You also want to consider the credit bureaus they cover. Different apps pull your credit reports from different credit bureaus. There's Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Ideally, you want to choose an app that covers all three for a complete picture of your credit health. You also need to understand which credit bureau is the best for your area. Yes, believe it or not, there are certain credit bureaus that focus on certain areas of the country. The next thing you want to do is think about features. Consider what features are most important to you. How about credit monitoring and alerts? Do you want to get notified of changes to your credit report? Maybe credit score analysis is important to you. You want to understand the factors affecting your score. Maybe you want personalized recommendations where you get tailored advice on improving your credit. Maybe financial management tools are important to you. Some apps offer budgeting, spending tracking, and even goal-setting features. Or maybe identity theft protection is a big deal. Some of these apps you get alerts for potential fraud and assistance with recovery. I highly recommend that you read reviews and compare. When you're looking at those user reviews, check out the App Store reviews to see what other users are saying about their experiences. Look for comments about accuracy. Look for comments about their customer service, and also look for comments about the helpfulness of their features. Maybe you want to review some comparison websites. There's websites like NerdWallet, Investopedia, and The Balance also have detailed reviews and comparisons of these different credit repair apps. You've got to also understand the limitations, though. There are no quick fixes. Credit repair takes time. There's no app that can magically erase negative information from your credit report overnight. You didn't get that way overnight, it's not going to be cleared up overnight. So you got to check the accuracy. While credit repair apps can be helpful, they're not perfect. Always double check the information they provide with your official credit reports from the credit bureaus. Also consider do-it-yourself versus professional help. If you have complex credit issues or are struggling to make progress on your own, consider seeking professional help from a certified credit counselor. And finally, and I can't stress this enough, trust your gut. Ultimately, the best credit repair app for you is the one you feel most comfortable using and that fits your budget. Trust your instincts and choose an app that feels right for your particular needs. Well, now let's talk about some concrete steps you can take to improve your credit regardless of the app you choose, or maybe you decide you don't even want an app at all. These are some universal truths. It is so very important to be proactive and take forward steps to improve your credit. So I'm going to give you a few tips. First one is this: pay your bills on time every time. This is crucial. Late payments can really hurt your score. I don't care what app you use. If you don't pay your bills on time, you're never going to fix your credit. Another key is keep your credit utilization low. This means using a small percentage of your available credit. You want to aim for 30% or less, actually. I did a show a few weeks ago about this very topic, so I'll encourage you to go back and listen if you haven't already heard it. You'll find all of our back episodes on our website at askralphpodcast.com. Here's another pro tip. Don't close old credit cards. The link of your credit history plays a role in your score, so keep those older accounts open even if you don't use them much. Many people are surprised by this step, but it really does help your credit score to have a long-term credit history. And here's another vital thing you need to do, and that's dispute any errors on your credit report. You have the right to dispute inaccurate information. Use those credit repair apps to your advantage. This is truly crucial. If there's something on your credit report which is wrong, dispute it and get it off of there. That will make a huge improvement to your credit score. You know, rebuilding your credit takes time and effort, but it's absolutely possible. You can do this. Just like a farmer patiently tends to his crops, we need to be diligent in cultivating healthy financial habits. As you may know, I raise Black Angus cows. Did you know it takes over 24 months to bring a baby calf to full size? It doesn't happen overnight. Like I said earlier, you probably didn't cause the credit issues you're facing last week, so don't expect a resolution this week. But taking positive steps will lead to beneficial results. And remember this, you're not alone in this journey. The book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 2 reminds us, carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. So if you're struggling with debt or credit issues, don't be afraid to reach out for help. Talk to a trusted financial advisor, a credit counselor, or even your pastor or a mentor. There are people who care about you and want to see you succeed. Well, I hope you found this information helpful. Remember, technology can be a powerful tool for good, especially when it comes to our finances. Don't forget to visit our website. That's at askralphpodcast.com and join our email list. When you do, you'll receive a free copy of my book, Mastering Your Finances, 47-page packed with money-saving tips and strategies for achieving financial freedom. And hey, if you've got a question about today's topic or anything else related to faith and finance, don't hesitate to send it my way. You can reach me through the website. There's a little button down at the bottom. It's a microphone. You can click and Record a voicemail right there. You never know, your question might be featured on a future episode of the Ask Ralph Show. So until next time, stay financially savvy, and God bless you.
Thank you for joining us on the Ask Ralph podcast. And with a simple click to subscribe, we'll invite you back to our next episode. And remember, financial issues don't have to be complicated. Just ask Ralph. The information contained in this episode of Ask Ralph is based on data available as of the date of its release. Saggio Accounting Plus and Ask Ralph Media, Inc. is under no obligation to update this content if changes occur. Applying this information to your specific situation requires careful consideration of all facts and circumstances, and any information provided is not to be considered as financial, tax, or legal advice. Please consult your tax advisor or attorney before acting on any material covered.